Beth and Corey have just finished building a panel home out at Bungendore in New South Wales. Guys, just tell us a bit about your experiences building the home first.
I found that the build was quick, smooth. Mick, our builder, he was very helpful and helped us with a lot of choices, a lot of things we were unsure on.
Mm-hmm. So how did you find, I mean, you've seen other houses being built and that sort of thing. How did you find the process, the speed, all that sort of thing?
Well, compared to our friends next door who built, their house was pretty much built by the time when Mick started. Mm-hmm. And we were in and moved in before they even were ready for lock-up.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's great. So how long did it take all up in the end?
8 weeks in total, but they had 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Fancy having a break off over Christmas Day. Tell Mick about that. So what was it? What have been your experiences since being in the home? How would you say? I mean, obviously inside it looks like a normal home. Yep. But how do you feel it's different to what you've experienced in the past?
Well, we live next to a railway track, so it's probably, I'd say, 100 metres away. And when you're inside the house, you actually can't hear the train go past.
Oh, wow.
Next door, if we're at our next door neighbour's house, you can hear the train. Yep. Or if you're outside. Yep. Also the electricity bill, and we've saved a fair bit of money on the electricity bill.
Do you know how much? Do you have an idea?
Well, sort of in comparison, we were living in a 2-bedroom townhouse before, and we were sort of paying around $1,200 a quarter. And the last quarter just gone, well, the winter quarter, sorry, we paid $700.
And
so
that's
it was a big difference.
And that's a winter quarter too.
Yeah.
So wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else you'd add in terms of the actual home itself and what you experienced? Anyone else that's thinking about building a panel home?
I like the idea of that. There's no internal load-bearing walls. Yep. So later on, if we ever wanted to move or change anything, it was just make it a lot easier, a lot smoother. Everything's square, plumb, it's solid, and yeah.
And also just the whole finish on the outside, I think it looks a lot better than, say, your typical rendered house. It's a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, and I just think it just looks a lot better than your typical rendered house.
So how does it, I mean, I guess then just a quick question, how does it compare to, you obviously looked around at the costs of building other style of home and so forth. How did it compare?
I think it's very cost effective. I think the comparison, if we were looking at another builder, we'd probably be looking at paying a fair bit more than what we actually paid.
Right. Not to mention the amount of money that we saved on renting as well.
Yeah. So it's just affordable. I think it was good for us.
Yeah, especially for first homeowners. I thought it was great.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. So the big question is then, would you do it again?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to try and do it start of next year. So
You've been in your house for 12 months, that's enough. Another one.
Yeah. And I mean, look, it's just, it literally just comes down to the time frame and that it's so quick and it's so easy to do it that, I mean, you'd be crazy not to build.